What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I1Tesla, and today we're going to be talking about version 10 Tesla. It should be out in a couple months, so these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, and you know what they say about opinions. I've got an asshole and everyone else is one too. Wait a minute, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. I'm just kidding, you guys aren't. Especially if you're one of my subscribers, you're definitely not one. And if you want to make sure you're not one, just hit the subscribe button. It's right over there in the corner. You subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I make one of these great videos. Let's get into it. I got my screen on my Model 3 up on my TV here. I've got a pointer, which is actually a back scratcher. I got 7 things that I'd like to see changed in this. Again, my opinions only. And at the end of this, if you have something that you think you would like in there and I don't talk about it, put it in the comments down below and we can all discuss it. Maybe Tesla will listen. Probably not. I think they've got everything figured out, but hopefully these are in there. So let's get going. First thing is there's too many icons on the screen. It's too busy, especially in this bottom corner. I've already talked about this before in the past, but these 3 icons don't need to be there. The wipers can be moved somewhere else because they're redundant. There's redundancy in all this actually, but there's so many icons here. You got these icons, there's all these icons that look ugly up there. There's just so much going on. It needs to be cleaned up because if you hit this, if you touch this one, it pulls up this menu bar. So you have everything in here. Your camera icon, your camera and your camera are right here. Your charging and your charging are right there. But you don't even need those there because if you just hit that, your charging shows up on the screen. This is a triple redundancy of your charging. So really you don't need those icons there at all. This could be shorter, this could be done something different. There's many things they could do with this. On top here, they can put some of these icons over here, like the time and the temperature, the lock button. You know, there's a lot that can go over here and keep this uncluttered. Yes, these need to be there, but do you really need to have the Wi-Fi or the LTE signal here? I'm not sure. To me, I'm not sure if you need that. What I would really like to see is, this is 1/3 of the screen, and that's 2/3 of a screen of the 15-inch Model 3. I would like them to narrow this, make this to 1/4 and then 3/4. They can do a lot more with this while we're driving if they have 3/4 or 4 columns, 4 even columns. And I'll get into that later. But this doesn't need to be that big because once you're driving, your car gets even smaller anyway. And as you're driving faster, your car gets even smaller. So look at all that space. If these are gone, you have all this space. Yes, there's lanes here, but you really can't see what's behind you. And there's cars in front of you, but you see them in front of you. You should be looking out there, not at the screen. You really just need to see the cars on the side. And what they could do, if this is smaller, they can put blind spot warnings up top here that glow to let you know if there's a car on this side or a car on this side. Maybe they show up yellow, and then if there's a car and you put your turn signal on, maybe they show up red and also on the screen here. I think this could be done a lot better.
Number 2.
Navigation and maps. Now you click this and you pull this down, you get all the different things. Let me make sure my house isn't on here. Or anybody, yep, you see, Audi. I went to an Audi dealership. Don't judge me. I went to look at the e-tron. It's a funny car. Anyway, you click one of these and then it gives you one option to get there. It doesn't give you multiple options. You know, when you click Google Maps or you click Apple Maps, you have multiple options and it tells you the time. You know, sometimes there's a better way. Sometimes you know the better way, part of the way, but you don't know the whole way, so you still need navigation. You can drive that way. It will reroute you, but it's annoying for the first mile or so because it says do a U-turn, do a U-turn, if you have the voice on. So I would like to see an option of different routes. So you click one and it gives you one option how to get there. I'd like to see, sometimes this is actually a faster route to get to the Tesla Service Center. Sometimes it's not. You know, it depends on traffic through here. But I would like to see if there is a 1-minute difference or 10-minute difference. You know, I'd like to know what those are because this is shorter distance, but sometimes this takes longer because of traffic.
Number 3.
Next thing is that backup camera. You turn the backup camera on and it's this giant backup camera right here. But when you have this up, you can't touch anything with music. I mean, all you guys know this stuff, but you can't touch anything because as soon as you touch anything, this goes away. I would like them to have a driving backup camera on, because some people like to drive with the backup camera on. I know Karen likes to drive with the backup camera on in the Model X all the time, and because you can see a lot more with the backup camera on, because it's such a wide angle versus the rearview mirror. I'd only see this much in the rearview mirror. So maybe we can do something with, you put it in reverse and you get the giant backup camera. When you're driving, maybe this shows up as the backup camera. You can have this on all the time, since we really don't need these buttons here. Or if we have quarter here and then the 3/4, maybe there's a section up here where the backup camera is. Maybe the backup camera is up here and then the music's down over here, and you still have all your maps over on this side. So you have half of the screen for maps and a quarter over there, quarter over here. There's a lot you can do to play with this screen.
Number 4, Crunchy Frog.
Speaking of the backup camera, they've already talked about with Sentry Mode that the backup or the rear view camera is going to be part of Sentry Mode, which is really great. Why can't we turn that into a 360 camera now for backing up? I don't like the Mercedes reverse camera and some of the other reverse cameras. It looks like AR. It doesn't look real. It looks like cartoonish. We have these cameras on all 4 corners. Why not actually show all 4 cameras? Maybe we can have, when you put it in reverse, you don't need to know all this stuff. You're reversing. You just need to know that. So you have the car in the middle, and up top you have a screen here, you have an image here, you have an image here, and an image over here, and it shows you actually what is around you. And you can show the distances on all those even, because when you get close to something over here, it shows like a foot or so, or 16 inches. You can have that on all those cameras, and it would be almost like a security camera footage, where it's surrounding the car. I think that would be a better backup camera than anybody has out there. That would be a great selling feature.
Number 5.
Also, with that same thing in mind, with the security camera footage, when you get back into your car and there's Sentry Cam events, it always shows up right here. There was 3 Sentry Cam events. You should be able to click that and then watch them all on this screen. Maybe show all 3 or now all 4 images. There you can have this blocked off like a security camera. Like you're a security guard and you see all the screens, all 4 screens right here, and you can see what the event is before you leave. It sucks to know there's an event, but you can't get to it until you get home, unless you buy an app and then you're sitting on your phone looking at this little screen. It'd be great if you can just play those and either delete them if they're stupid, or save them to that hard drive, so then your hard drive doesn't get full.
I just love the number 6 for no reason.
Another little tweak, as you can see, I don't have the latest update. I have 28.3. The latest update offers you can change the wheels out for either the 18s, the 19s, or the 20s. I would like to see an option with and without those hubcaps, or aero caps, aero covers, whatever they are. They're hubcaps. I would like to see it without those, because I think most people drive without the aero caps on the car. Have an option for that for the 18s. I think that would depict the car that I actually have. Mine won't have the lines, but the stripes, but whatever. I'll just picture a zebra in the parking lot, the wheel caps off. I'd also like to see what we know what the 20s look like for the performance cars, but I definitely would like to see what the 20s look like from the referral program. Elon, we need to see what those look like. Those are supposed to be out summer, and I think we have 2 weeks left of summer.
Promise, last one.
Why can't we have 2 Bluetooth devices hooked up at once for the radio? I understand we're having issues with the key, and it's a Bluetooth key, but this is a radio. It should be able to see both Bluetooth devices and just have one of them pick up as the key, and then any device in the car be able to play Bluetooth to the radio. The technology exists, and this is a gigantic computer. I think it's time that it should be added to the car. Those are the major things I'd like to see happen in version 10. If I didn't put something in here that you're thinking of, put it down below in the comments, like I said. So as always, stay awesome, stay positive. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Well, he's finally done it. You should be proud of him.